Hello everyone, my name is Eric and this is tutorial for level 5 of the URC. Alright, so through the waiting door, we have a lot of new concepts to introduce this level, so let's take it slow and try to understand everything before jumping into it. So we want to collect all the potions and enter the portal at the end of the level. And we have this new IR Photoreflector. So we have these doors obviously blocking our way. And if we collide into the door, we're going to have to restart the level. So to get through the door, you have to wait in front of it before it opens. Think of it as the automatic doors you see at the shopping malls. So in order to stop in front of the doors, we're going to use these IR photoreflectors, which tell us how far away something is in front of the robot. It does that using an invisible infrared light. It emits it in front of it, and it bounces back, and it tells the robot how far away something is. So this value is stored in this variable IR photoreflector distance. And as you can see on the right side in this tab, it tells you how far away something is in front of the robot, and this value is stored in this variable. So the further away something is, the greater this value will be, as you can see. Let's say you're really far away from it, that's 50 centimeters. And if you're 2 centimeters away from it, well, it'll be a smaller value. So we're going to use this value with the new operation block. So these operation blocks are inequalities, and these are true or false statements. So let's say you have the distance is, right now it's 8.21 centimeters. And let's say you put it into this operation block. Distance is less than 1. So 8.21 is less than 1 is not true. So this will result in a false value. So we're going to use these true or false statements with the if then block. So if true or false, then a block of code. So if this statement inside of here is true, then it will run this code. If it's false, it doesn't run this code and continues down. So, for example, if our distance is less than 1, then it will run this code. So we're going to use this in conjunction with the forever block. So this forever block is similar to the if then code where it runs inside of it, but instead of it being on a condition, it runs continuously forever no matter what. So this is an example of what's going to look like, but it'll make more sense if we make it from scratch. So let's just look at our map. We have these doors in front of us and these potions. So I want to get a better view. So I'm going to click switch view in the bottom right. Now, let's just start our program and let's experiment with this IR photoreflector distance. So let's set both our motors to M1 and M2 to a power of 100 and make sure that both motors are moving clockwise. And let's just see how this value changes as we move closer to the door. So as you can see, it's decreasing as we go to the door. So this, again, tracks how far away something is in front of the robot. So let's stop in front of the door. So a big part of coding is trying to translate what we're saying and thinking into what the robot actually does. So what we're thinking is if the robot is in front of the door, we want it to stop. So let's say if the distance is less than, let's say, 5 centimeters from the door, then we want both motors to brake. Okay, so let's just try this and see what happens. Okay, so it doesn't break. And if you're not experimenting a lot, you might not understand why at first, but let's break it down. So when we click play and it starts our program, it does all of these lines of code at the very beginning. So it's going to run to give us power. It's going to make us go clockwise, and it's going to do this if statement right now. And we start 8 centimeters away, so it's not going to break. What we want to do is have it continuously check it. As we're going forward, we want our code to be checking constantly. When am I going to be 5 centimeters away from it? So that's what this forever block is for. We want to see, okay, when eventually are we going to get 5 centimeters away? So we're going to put it inside this forever block and now see what happens. When it hits 5, then it actually breaks and it stops in front of the door. As you can see, the code is still continuously running because it goes forever. So we want to keep moving forward after it. So what we can do is after we know the door is open, so let's wait 2 seconds, then we could start moving forward again. So let's wait 2 seconds and set both motors back online. And now let's see what happens. So we start initially, it breaks, and then it waits 2 seconds, and then it goes again. Now, every time it's checking continuously forever. Whenever the distance is less than 5, then it'll do whatever inside the if block. And we're able to complete the level. All right, so a lot of new concepts were introduced in this level. So I strongly recommend experimenting, playing around with the variables, especially these if-then statements and the operation blocks. But that does conclude the tutorial, and I will see you guys in the next level.